tapestry that is Dragon Con. There are those who believe that coming to my show is part of the tradition of Dragon Con. I'm just fucking glad to be here. But it was awkward. It was a little embarrassing. It was a little awkward because people just kept asking me. I was like, I don't really know. I applied because as a respectful artist, you don't expect that. You don't just expect that they're going to invite you. You apply. There's an application process, and every year I apply. And so, you know, when bands started getting announced and I wasn't, and people started emailing me, it got kind of awkward. And I said to people, look, you know, it's just entirely possible that they're just not having me as a guest this year. And people got upset, but let the man talk. Let the drunken pirate rant. I see what the problem is here. I'm speaking too clearly. Excuse me. I was very, very vocal on my website expressing that it is not a right to perform at Dragon Con. It is a privilege. And it is a privilege that is granted to you. And if one year they say tonight, this year you're performing, you rejoice. And if they say this year you're not performing, you cry in a corner and you hope they'll get you next year. So it had been 15 years in a row. I did a little crying in a corner, that's all fine. But I stand by a convention's right to pick and choose who they want and who they think maybe should take a break. I stand by that. This is gonna get it.
But we love you!
Alright. So, word on the street was that there's a vocal minority of people who say you should not have the same bands every year. They're entitled to their opinion. They're absolutely entitled to their opinion. But every single year, they email Dragon Con, they go to the Dragon Con Facebook page, the Twitter page, and they say, this is bullshit, really? Voltaire again, the Cruise Shadows again, Emerald Rose again. And it's like, right, because there's nothing else to do. Like, you couldn't just not come to our concert. There's a million other things to do at Dragon Con. Those people don't feel that way. They feel that we just shouldn't be here every year. And so, I think maybe the reason I was announced so late was to put those people, to quiet them a little bit, to maybe not have them think that I was going to be playing right away. But, I say, while I agree with you, because I do believe it is a convention's right to pick who their guests are going to be every year, and I stand fucking by it. If a convention's not entirely sure if booking you is going to anger or delight people, it is time for a performer to do the only gracious thing, and that is before you overstay your welcome, to graciously bow out. I will not be applying next year. It's apparently time for a break. To give people time to say, maybe this is something we definitely want to see every year. Maybe it isn't something we want to see every year. So I can't begin to tell you how appreciative I am to see your faces here tonight. Performing at Dragon Con, I will say it again, it is a privilege, not a right. And I have been privileged to be on this stage every year for 15 years, and that's more than anyone can want. Thank you. And now, a completely fucking ridiculous song about Star Trek. shipping. Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. makes shit up. Well, I was stranded on a plane, just me and Spot. We met a nasty Nazi alien, he locked our asses up. We found a hunk of crystal and a metal piece of lead. We made a laser phaser gun and shot him in the head. Standing on the bridge when Sulu came to me, his eyes were full of tears. He said, "Captain, can't you see? The ship is gonna blow. Do something I beseech." I grabbed a dribble and some chewing gum. That's right, and stop the warp core breach. And I said, "Bounce around my heart, the name of the main deflector dish. That's the way we do things right. We're making shit up, that's the wish. Klingons and Romulans, they pose a threat to us. Cause if you find a red line, right, we just make some shit up." Alright, so we've covered original recipe. What's the next series? Generation? Well, something isn't child, and mostly him a twin. But Wesley is the master when it comes to making up some shit. He's the guy you want with you when you go out in space. Just tell him, "Shut up, Wesley," if he gets in your face. Shit, I forgot the next verse. This is why I bring them. Listen, if you're at a party on the Starship Enterprise and the karaoke player just plain old up and dies, set up a neutrino field inside a can of peas. Hold on to Jordy's visor and sing it to Data's knees. And I said, "Down the particle beam on the big deflector dish. That's the way we do things live. We're making shit up as we wish. Klingons and Romulans, they pose no threat to us. Cause if we find we're in a bind, we just make some shit up." What show's next? Deep Space Nine? Well, Cisco's on a mission to go to a bloody place. He loiters on a space station above Bajoran space. The wormhole opened up and now they come from near and far. We'll keep the booze for police and back the fucking Jem'Hadar. And what is with the Klingons? Remember in the day, they looked like Puerto Ricans and they dressed in gold lame. Now they look like heavy metal rockers from the dead, with leather pants and frizzy hair and lobsters on their heads. And I said, "Bounce around the particle beam on the main deflector dish. That's the way we do things right. We're making shit up as we wish. Klingons and Romulans, they pose no threat to us. Cause if we find we're in a bind, we just make some shit up." Voyager. Well, I was stuck on Voyager, pounding on the door, when suddenly it dawned on me I've seen this show before. Perhaps I'm in a warp bubble, slightly out of phase, cause it was way back in the 60s when they called it Lost in Space. We're looking for a way to make the ratings soar, so we orchestrated an encounter with the Borg. Normally you think that would get us into shit, but this one has a smashing ass and a lot of subtits. They say that it's a prequel, or so that's what it's called. It's such a bad idea, you'd swear that Lucas was involved. They have a Vulcan female, but she's a nervous wreck. Her ass is sweet as seven, but it's green, so what the heck. They're in the past, but Klingons have those lobsters on their heads. I'm more confused than Wesley Crusher nude in Tasha's bed. give the thing a shove. I feared that he would mock and mangle everything we love. Well, I went to the movies, and there, much to my shock, there were hunky models